Stephanie Dobson is here with us again this week. Stephanie is a lawyer and mediator with Hankin Divorce Law and Mediation here in Lloydminster. We're back for another episode of Healthy, Thriving Family After Divorce. Stephanie, today we're going to be talking about workbooks that you use with your clients to help get through the divorce and separation process. Let's talk about those workbooks. Just start off by explaining a little bit about what they are and what the purpose of them is.
Sure. I'll just start, Stacey, by reminding our viewers that all of the information about our workbooks and all of the services that we provide is all really well laid out on our website. So people can feel free to go in and look at what these workbooks are a little bit more in due course. So our viewers may or may not remember, a long time ago in December of 2020, I introduced to our viewers the first workbook called Our Family in Two Homes. And this is a workbook that I use with families for parents who are separating or divorcing while they're still raising their children. So now I've expanded my collection of workbooks to include two more options. So I'll go through them one by one. One is called Our Family in a Few Homes. And this workbook is for separating or divorcing couples who have adult children, or even sometimes for people who don't have children at all. And then the other one is Designing Our Future Together. So this workbook is for couples who are planning the next chapter of their life. So either starting to live together, getting married, having children, growing old together, or even those who are already married and going through what's called marital mediation.
Okay, and Stephanie, what is inside the workbooks? Tell us a little bit about the design.
Sure. So I break down the components of this workbook into three categories. So the first part is about building a strong foundation for the future, either together or with these new workbooks or separate. So it's about working on things like trust, communication, even reflecting on conflict styles and values. So these help parties to reflect on themselves and on the other party to help them move forward, being in each other's lives in whatever capacity that may be, but at least in a healthy way. So the second is there's a number of questions that are posed in the workbook. So that will allow clients to prepare for their discussions with me, either as a mediator or as a lawyer. So the questions in the workbook will allow you to have time to process the issues ahead of the meetings. So the more work that you put into the workbook, the less time you'll need with me, which is, of course, a direct cost and time savings. That third component is for separating and divorcing families. There's the legal framework for each topic that will need to be covered in the negotiation. So of course, the law is complex. We can't get everything in these workbooks, but I describe the workbook as the Law 101. So once you have that framework, then during our meetings, we can go into what I call the 201 of the law. So instead of square one, we're again trying to cut time and cost for families.
So how do these workbooks help the families that make use of them?
So these workbooks are designed to help families to dig deeper. So it's to do that transformational work that's necessary to become that healthy, thriving family, either after separation or divorce, or after moving in together. So it creates that environment for couples or former couples to transition into this new era of their life with that strong foundation for the future. So often, whether it's separating or building a life together, it becomes very quickly about protecting oneself, getting your guard up, escalating the conflict. So to start by using the workbook and by working through some of those questions and information contained inside the workbook, people will start on the right foot, consciously setting out to make the best decisions possible about the future.
So Stephanie, what does it mean to be a family practitioner who brings these extra resources to clients and give them a little bit over and above what they might get somewhere else?
At the end of the day, it's about my passion and my passion for helping families in a healthy way to transition in either whatever way their future is going, either a separation or designing their future together. So these workbooks are my way of working to achieve that. I have, most of our viewers will know by now, I have an exclusively out-of-court practice, and there's a reason for that. First, I want to help people to stay in the driver's seat through their journey, to make their own decisions and not have decisions made by a judge. But there's another reason. I also want to help families to build that strong foundation that they need to succeed. And that doesn't often happen in court. To me, these workbooks are so necessary to create that path forward. So I'll describe it in this way. There's finding resolution, and then there's finding resolutions set on a strong foundation, which I call the leveling up by families.
Okay, Stephanie. Well, this is again a great resource, and I know we've spoken about this before. But if they are looking for more information, even just what the workbooks are about before they get into them, what's the best way to get that?
Sure, they can check out our website. There's lots of information on there to start. If you'd like to give our office a call, of course, you can do that. We can give you more information, or you can also book in for a 5-minute free call with me to discuss whether the workbook is right for you. And our phone number, 780-875-2234, and of course, our website, henkadivorce.ca.
All right, Stephanie. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll chat with you again next week.
Thanks, Stacey.